Quest Pro, I am still rocking these grips that I tried a while back. They're kind of like those original first crappy ones we tried, but at least they actually let you charge it on the dock. Tass said he thought he might be able to fix that by sending me something new 3D printed. Let's check it out. $25 is what these are gonna set you back. And I've gotta say, I don't think I have ever tried a set of 3D printed grips, if memory serves. Like I've tried a lot of 3D printed stuff, but this is a full controller grip, and he even did some JayBratt colors on them, I wanna say. So I'm pretty excited to check these out. Maybe I'll just rip the whole box apart because the tape is stronger than the box. Okay, oh, and a few extra goodies. We got another Beat Saber keychain here. I feel like they keep getting better and better. I know there's quite a bit to this. Oh man, looks like I'm gonna be giving away some Beat Saber keychains. A lot of Beat Saber keychains. So we got one set here. Got the purple, black, and white, kind of matching the purple, black, and white custom JayBratt Opica grips. I'd say link in the description, but they were limited edition. They're already sold out, I'm sorry. Another set of those flexible light blockers if I wanna play with those again. And then there's one more set here that's got the traditional, if you remember the old videos, MrTass mag stock grips, so these can hook onto different attachments like the golf clubs, gun stock, other options too, which I like the idea of that. I don't know if they'll actually stand though. I was gonna say if they also stand, they'd be cool. Of course, the big question with any Quest Pro grips is, do they fit the included charging dock? So let's check these things out and do some testing. So there's a couple important distinctions to go over here real quick. I am mostly gonna be testing these with the Quest Pro controllers because that's what I'm interested in. I've already got my Opica grips that I love, but if you're looking for grips and you're looking for something cheaper than the Opica, these are also intended for the Quest 2. So we'll talk about all our thoughts there, but that's just one important distinction. All right, I'm gonna start with the non-mag adapters. These are simply just shaped in a way that they're gonna hold on to the controller. There's no secondary method that's really making this solid or safe. Feels like it's gonna hold on to them. I always do worry over time if that's gonna wear out a little bit. 3D printing continues to impress me. So this thing, you look at this, you feel like, oh, that's not gonna feel very good on your hand. This is like, it's like an air bubble of cushion here. It's not like as soft and smooth as like silicone would be, but it actually feels pretty good on the hand, I gotta say. I don't believe, oh, I guess if you want to tighten these, you just kind of pull the extra through there. Gosh, there's gonna come a day when there aren't gonna be manufacturers. You're just gonna 3D print everything you want in life. I'm kind of in shock, I gotta say. Like, 3D printing, it's cool, but it's always kind of like, it feels very homemade. I mean, this, you can see the 3D printed lines. You can hear that sound on there, but this thing is really hanging onto my hand. Obviously, the elastic cable couldn't be 3D printed, so you'd have to get some supplies if you're gonna make these yourself, but 25 bucks is what they're going for on Tass's website. Let's see the magnetic one for the left hand so we can get a little comparison here. It is interesting how this whole device works here. So I can like pull the extra and then I can even shove the slack inside. It's not the most elegant thing ever, but it works. The pressure on your hand, even though this is an air bubble, it's there. Like it's squeezing my hand. It feels like you might want to keep them a little looser or because over time it might kind of wear you down, but you're not worried they're going anywhere. These are stuck to your hands. I really thought with the extra magnet on there, there'd be a big noticeable weight difference, but there really isn't. Stand by, let me grab my scale. So the magnetic grip here weighs about 91 grams, 54 grams, which seems like a significant difference. Once you get those heavy Quest Pro controllers in there, you're talking 259 grams versus 214, which doesn't really feel like that big of a difference in hand. Huh. Are they as comfortable as other silicone ones? No. They do put a significant amount of pressure, and obviously you can loosen that, but it feels like your hand is in between two pieces of plastic. It doesn't feel like a smooth, soft band, but it's not bad. Now, if you are looking at these because you have Quest Pro controllers that you got with your Quest 2, you're not gonna have this dock. This only comes with the Quest Pro. You're gonna have the puck style dock. So let's take a look at that dock and see if these charge up on it. I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm not a fan of any of the charging docks they made for the Quest Pro. I feel like they're all complicated and they just don't land the way you want them to. Okay, charging. I'm gonna declare that a yes, barely. I mean, even right here, you can see they're still charging. The thing that you can kind of tell what's happening is the dock ends up tipping a little bit and then it works fine. So you could put some like double stick tape, something that thickens this up just a tiny amount, but it's just that it wants to like have this edge up off of here. So if you're someone who has a Quest 2 with the Quest Pro controllers, this could work, but I'm gonna say that it's gonna make it a little bit more finicky. You're gonna need just that tiny bit of something holding it up. Let's check them out for the Quest Pro users with the Quest Pro dock. This dock has never been particularly elegant solution that Meta made. Okay, so we are having a problem with getting this one to charge. It's like this part is sticking out too far. It almost needs to be tipped back further. And the mag one, definitely not. I think the only way this would work is if you put this up on something and gave it some height, which I'm not wanting to do. Yeah, it just needs some height because of how far down this sticks. That's disappointing. I kind of wonder, could you tip that back further? Because I thought MrTass even said he had his working without putting it on anything, but I don't know if the design could be changed to where this comes out a little to the side. Because it would be nice if it worked with its stock the way it is. I don't really want to have it on something, especially for me. The problem with this dock is the way it's designed. They meant for you to like have this on your computer desk, and then you'd set your controllers on it, and then set your headset down. But for me, because it's in my living room, I have to have it facing the other way so that there's no risk the sunshine will come in and get into my Quest lenses. So I have to come in and awkwardly like turn my controllers around, set it down, and then set the headset on top of it. And so to have it up now on something else, it's an extra step I wouldn't want to deal with, unfortunately. I'm gonna run over and play a quick round, kind of feel how these feel in hand, and get back at you with some final thoughts, although unfortunately the dock is a deal breaker for me right there, so I can tell you right now, these will not become my permanent full-time grips, but let me see how they act in game.
The gunsmith's brand of help came with a warning label, but I was concerned about the night of, not the morning after.
Okay, I apparently picked the most boring part of the game to start this on. I thought we were gonna be flying or something. Me in a dark hallway, literally with a few lights in the ceiling. Okay, here we go. What I like about the grips that you don't get with a lot of other grips is definitely, there is no question in your mind that they are on your hands. It does feel like it'll get fatiguing though. Like already, it's a decent amount of pressure on your hand, but there is no like, there's no flimsiness, there's no worry that like they're gonna fall off or something. It doesn't even feel like they're gonna slip. They are like stuck to your hands. If you want to adjust, like if you need to move your hand control, it kind of takes two hands though. Like I can try to move the controller around, but it's definitely, it is, when it's on you, it is on you. Oh gosh, I thought I put myself in hover mode. There's no difficulty getting to the triggers, the grip buttons. Everything feels solid. I can easily access these. Oh, don't hit the ocean. I always get to this point, I just want to play a game. I don't want to test things anymore.
That's nothing. Friday, give me 9 targets.
9 targets? I know I should move on to Beat Saber or something. I just kind of want to keep playing this. Okay, after this part, I'll move on to something else. Oh, that's awkward. It's not the grip that's awkward, it's the game. I forget that's how this works. As I'm playing more, that 30 or 40 grams, whatever it is in the bottom of my hand, I'm starting to notice that more. Not so much because of the fatigue, but like when I'm doing motions like this, you notice that on your wrist because it makes it flick a little bit more when this one just feels like the weight's still in the palm of your hand. Okay, let me go to Beat Saber or something. Oh gosh. I forgot, wait, something, do I have this on high-speed song or something? Hang on. Something didn't feel right there. Oh yeah, super fast song and disappearing arrows on Expert Plus. That's a little much. There's a habit I have with other controller grips that I get away with that I can't get away with in these. So for something like Beat Saber, I typically slide my hands further down the controllers and hold them lower. But because of the way these lock onto your hands, like I told you about, there is no ability for me to quickly slip my hands down. So like normally when I play Beat Saber, my fingers won't be on the triggers. My whole hand will be lower down, kind of around the grip button. But like right now, if I wanted to slip my hand down, there's just no way. My hand cannot escape where it is currently at. It's hindering my gameplay a little, but I haven't been playing Beat Saber in a while, so I'm definitely rusty either way. Whew, you notice that weight. All right, I'll meet you back at the desk and talk about some thoughts here. So there is a lot of case uses for these, and at $25, that puts them in the range of some of the lower end grips, not the fancy ones like the Abacas that I use, but it does put them competitive with some like the AMBR ones, or especially if you have the option to print these yourself, that is gonna save you a lot of money. For me personally, I will say they're not gonna work out for any of my uses. Yeah, they work with the Quest 2 controllers, but I've already got Quest 2 grips that I absolutely love. They charge, they're the JayBratt ones. I mean, of course I'm gonna use those, but that is an option. For Quest Pro controller users who have a Quest 2, that's actually about the best case use for these because you can get them to charge a lot easier. As we saw, they didn't charge with that dock, but they charge with the puck decently well. You just had to either put some tape on it or just kind of when you put them in, just push them and make sure they snap in. So those users would probably be the main case use I would say might be interested in these. But for people who have the Quest Pro itself with the main dock, you're gonna have to like put this up on something decently high. It's gonna be a lot more trouble. So for that case, there's nothing that I can use these with that's really gonna make my life any better. It means for now, I'm gonna be sticking to these. My search still isn't over. I like the idea of these. I feel like if there was a set like this that had the mag stock on it, that also fit in the dock, perfect. I'd be done. There'd be no more reason to really go look for Quest Pro controller grips, but we're just not quite there. Some of you out there actually suggested another set that's come out. It's a little bit like this, but has some comfier like covers on here and stuff. So I'll check those out next too. Tass, thank you. I appreciate all the extra keychains. And I know you went out of your way to print these out for me, so I do want to say thank you. I appreciate that you put them in the colors here. I hope maybe there's an option to make another way that it can fit on the charging dock a different way, because I'm excited at the idea of them being able to do that and always work like this. But what do you think? It seems like 3D printing has come a long ways. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. Do you use anything 3D printed? And if you do you ever buy it from a shop, or do you just print it all yourself? Let me know down below, but thank you for coming out, and I will see you in another reality.